Good morning, Zio here, and today we are talking about Marvel, Marvel Rivals game. Yeah. Anyway, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? But yeah, so it's not showing up. Professional. Anyway, so I already tried recording this once before. You know what happened? I did not have my mic. Like, seriously, did a whole 10-minute recording or so. No mic, no sound, no nothing. Anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day. It's been a while since we've done one of these. But yeah, here we go. Marvel Rivals. The game that you can stream. Or, I'm sorry, the game that if you criticize it, they're gonna take you to jail for. Kind of. Anyway, so what has happened here? Apparently there is a NDA, a non-disparagement agreement inside the non-disparagement agreement kind of thing. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's not uncommon for places when they're giving journalistic access to review copies and stuff to make you sign a waiver type thing, right? A thing that essentially says, hey, look, you get this game 3 weeks ahead of time. You get to look at it, you get to review it, you get to play it, you can make guides to it, blah, blah, blah. However, until this street date, you can't release any of that info, okay? You cool with that? You cool with it? Okay, good. We're good here. And then that's what happens, right? That's essentially what happens, However, with this particular one, they snuck this nice little thing in there that was like, oh, by the way, if you criticize this game, you are now pretty much in violation of this, and we can come after you with, like contract laws, that sort of thing, and probably seek damages and stuff like that. Because if you haven't been living under a rock, Marvel is not in the best of places these days. In fact, a lot of recent games, especially anything that was touched with DEI or Sweet Baby or anything like that, have let's just say not been doing so hot as of late. And this game, of course, is no exception to that rule. I mean, heck, anyway, point is, they snuck this in here, and some people found out. Others didn't. My advice is any reviews that come out for this game, I probably wouldn't trust until the thing is launched and people have actually played the thing. From what I can tell, it's not really that great of a game to begin with, but, it's whatever. Now I got the hiccups because why not? But anyway, in a statement posted in Discord shortly after the contract began to make headlines, Marvel Rivals content creator team said, it sincerely apologized for the miscommunication of your unpleasant experiences. That's one way to put it, I guess. And don't worry, we'll look at the actual clause because the clause is quite telling. Anyway, we are aware that there is an inappropriate misleading terms in the commitment regarding sharing non-disparagement content. The full statement said, we sincerely apologize for the miscommunication and the unpleasant experiences. Now, when we look at this, somebody out there, do me a favor and point to the miscommunication in it, because I can't see it. And it may be just because I'm a man and we have problems seeing things that are right in front of our faces sometimes. So, if any of you ladies happen to see this, feel free to point out the miscommunication because I can't find it anywhere. But anyway, we are aware that there is an inappropriate we just read that, didn't we? Our stance, or our stand is absolutely open for both suggestions and criticism to improve our games, and our mission is to make Marvel Rivals better, satisfy players by those constructive suggestions. We are now working on revising the miscommunication terms from our commitment. The progress will be shared with every creator in a timely manner. Marvel Rivals always welcomes creators join our community and create amazing content together with us. Content creators are respect not only as players but as part of the community here. Speaking of this, a suggestion from a content creator program is about to release in the Discord, which opened to all opinions. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. I'm also can't read. It's because of all that time in Appalachia, isn't it? Anyway. But yeah. Apparently they're doing a new draft, and it may or may not make the previous one null and void. But let's actually take a look at it, shall we? Here, I'm going to open this up, and it's going to be slightly bigger than what we have right here, so I'll just read it. But 2.1 non-disparagement. The content creator agrees not to make any public statements or engage in discussions that are detrimental to the reputation of the game. This includes, but is not limited to, A, making disparaging or satirical comments about any game-related materials, such as game features, characters, or music. Like, I don't know, maybe you don't like the fact that Galactus is now a woman. Maybe that's a problem with you. You're not allowed to say that this time now. Because that would be violating your contract, your commitment, right? For getting your hands on things a little early. Engaging in malicious comparisons with competitors, or belittling the gameplay or differences of Marvel Rivals, or providing subjective negative reviews of the game. Now, if anyone can tell me where the miscommunication was in that, I would really, really like to know. That's hilarious. Anyway, I would really like to know. But yeah, I mean, it just straight up says, by the way, no negative reviews. And they're like, well, this was miscommunicated. This isn't what we meant. It's like, come on, Marvel. Come on. Now, we know Disney has been having a problem. Marvel has definitely been having a problem over the years. So it kind of makes sense that they would just include this sort of language now in their new games. It's like, by the way, if you're reviewing this, no negativity, guys. You can't write a negative review for our game, or you'll violate our terms of service, that sort of thing. This is not the way to do it. This is not how you garner goodwill, and there's no way you can believe a single review that comes out for this thing now that's like during the time of its release. Now, later when other people get to mess with it, that sort of thing, they make reviews. Those are probably a bit more trustworthy or whatnot, especially if they're, a content creator that you maybe trust more. But these other things that will come out from like IGN and all the standard journal, journalists out there, don't trust it at all. That's definite. But yeah, like I don't think I would be able to not sit there and compare it to other things. Like, I don't know how many times we have compared things to WoW. Every time that some MMO like thing comes up or whatnot, it's like, well, in WoW, or remember when WoW did this and it came from this and that, and and comparing things to Diablo, and heck, Chad's playing a game now called Core Keepers or something, and I looked at it and was watching him playing, and it's like, this is a lot like Terraria. He's like, nah, it's not Terraria, and then comes back and it's like, okay, it's kind of like Terraria. It's like, I know how these things feel. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But, you can't even do that sort of thing. Or, if there's a game feature that you don't like, I don't know, maybe outrageous microtransactions, which is something that a lot of people would like to know ahead of time these days. And when you don't, what was it? There was a game that was released not that long ago that had microtransactions, and all the reviewers apparently knew that it had microtransactions because it was in the packet they give you, right? And it's like, microtransactions. What was it? Shoot, can't remember what it was called. It was pretty recent, and everyone was like, why you no mention? I mean, regardless of how it unfolded later on or whatnot, still would have been something to mention. Oh, by the way, microtransactions exist for things that you can get in-game, and they're not really necessary, but if you want to, you have the access to them, that sort of thing. Instead, you had like half the people out there who, got early access. There was no such thing. And then you have the other half going ahead and just sharing a screenshot of their packet. It's like, no, guys, it was right here. Where were you? Uh, you know. But yeah, you can't even say anything negative about that. I guess if you're going to cover it, it's like, oh, by the way, they have microtransactions. Isn't that awesome? That's a fantastic microtransaction. It's not too expensive. It just $50 for a character. Anyway, that's all I got to say. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Oh, by the way, we're streaming a podcast Friday. Come check it out sometime. 8 p.m. Eastern time. See ya.